Yo, survival is literally, yo, they just dropped it today. If survival was like it was in the first one, I am all in. Yo, I started playing survival and like I ain't give a fuck if any of my homies had it or anything. I was going in there by myself. You can actually go in there with a squad and go and try to survive and shit. Y'all gotta like they'll put you in different places, kind of like a battle royale in a way, but not really. You know what I'm saying? But it is and it isn't. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they dropped you in these certain areas. Um, yeah, well, what it was they would drop you like you. It starts off with you in a helicopter, um, and the weather is so bad. This was back in New York, the New York when Division One was in New York in Manhattan. So what they'll do is you'll be in this helicopter, and this was in the winter. I mean Christmas time and all that shit. But the weather got so bad to where as though like if you go outside and you I mean be running around and shit. Well, I'll get there. Weather was so bad that the wind was so fucking strong that it knocks this fucking billboard off of the stand that it was on, and the billboard hits the helicopter and the propellers and shit, and it knocks you down into down. It crashes, and you survive. What you have, you find out you have the sickness, and you're infected by the shit. You got the infection. You were infected by the same shit that everybody else is infected with that died and so forth. And you have to find your way. You have to find your way back. You have to find your way. You have to go and now, mind you, you out there and it's nothing but fucking like NPCs everywhere and other people that's trying to get on that same helicopter. You wound up meeting each other in the end. If you could get there, because on your way you gotta stay warm and shit like that, or you'll get hypothermia and all of that type of shit. And then you gotta make sure you got enough pills and shots and things like that to stem the infection as long as possible, so you could be able to get to the helicopter. And yo, it was dope, and it's back. So here we go. It's really fucking dope, man. Just out there trying to survive, man. Trying to survive and get to the fucking chopper. Get to the chopper. You gotta get to the chopper. You know what I mean? There's a real heavy enemy there that constantly heals himself. So you have to be on your P's and Q's about your shit. Man, it was the way. It's the way. It's a whole nother fucking game. Now, I mean, you gotta find material and shit in order to build and create guns, med kits, face masks. So, like when you go into contaminated areas, it won't, I mean, affect you, I mean, too bad, depending on what, I mean, what level of a face mask you have. All types of shit, man. Building your like creating gear that you can wear, bulletproof vests and so forth to make it, and also that makes your fucking shot stronger, your gun stronger. Building mods to put on your fucking guns to make them stronger, to make them more accurate. Whatever floats your boat, man. It was dope. And for those who haven't played it, fun fact: on Division 2, if you played Division 2, if you realize when you go to like the control points and you start donating food, water, and material, you'll realize that you get this this glowing magnifying glass, which basically lets you see every like loot, every little hidden loot and shit that's all around the area for a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? And you can see through the walls where the stuff is at and so forth. So,
this top looks deserted.
That literally came from survival. In survival, you would have to drink, I think it was water. You would drink water and you'll be able to see the loot and shit. It helps you get from one place, you know what I mean? Help you get from being a person with nothing to finding shit everywhere, because now you can see through the wall. You can see the light of the loot, the lit up loot through the walls, underground, upstairs, in the building, the whole shit, on the streets, on the other side of a car. Like, you was able to see that shit, which helped out a lot. And man, you just did your thing. So
detected.
I've heard, well, I've seen that it was on here, but I don't. Here we go. Trying to see if it, because now I gotta figure out where do I go to do this. Conflict, pilot, on-site, build activities, stash, clan, vendor, bounties, dark zone, barber, vendor, bounties again, more bounties. Where do I go in order to find survival?
Agent requesting backup.
Where do you go to find survival?
Hey, Linton, this is Tucker.
I mean, it would be like a area in here somewhere. On the other one, it definitely was a little area you could go to. Finding that area is going to be a problem. Crafting station is there. Ethan, Damien. Is there anybody that I talked to about going to survival? That's the gun range. Boom.
Consumption of drugs and alcohol on site is forbidden.
Barber. Still haven't found that yet. Crafting station. Calibration station. That's conflict. Pilot 2.
Hey there, Agent. Ready to fly?
Mission Dark Hours. So these are the raids.
Be careful out there.
So, how do we get to the survival joint? Let me see over there. Let's see if they put it on matchmaking or something. Well, random bounties, boom, 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 boom. Where would I find it? This is the weirdest shit that you gotta go through. You gotta find that shit. It's the shooting range, bounties, projects, stash, a crafting station, recalibration station is a stash. That's conflict. Matchmaking station, projects, bounties. Alright, no more bounties. Loot shit. Clan. Stash. More bullshit, more bullshit. That goes.
Hey, Linton, this is Tucker. We're still waiting on the delivery of HE mortar rounds. Any idea what the
Okay,
holdup?
so protocol point of interest. The map retrieves in the RSS bunker reveals a mysterious location attached to a node with the following sentence: the G Phillips protocol.
Black Tusk on site at the American.
Oh, shit. What would be over there? I'm lost on where this is supposed to be.